what are the common therapies used in acupuncture clinics? And are they beneficial? So again, acupuncture, there's these three different ones. Most acupuncture techniques provide relief, fewer provide corrective care, and only one, QRA, provides restorative care. Acupuncture is, you also have some clinics that do E-stem. But let me come back to acupuncture. I'm going to separate where they're going to place the needles. So they can put needles, the little pins, locally, which means if you have neuropathy, mainly, in your feet or your hands, they put the needles in your hands and feet, right? That is called locally. Distally means they do not put the needles in at the site of your neuropathy, at the site of your nerve damage. Like if you have neuropathy in your hands and feet, they don't put needles in your hands and feet. They put it away from your hands and feet. That is what's called distal. So what's the pros and cons, right? Local, they put the needles at the site of the problem, right? What happens when you do that? 50% chance of your symptoms getting worse, right? And potentially making your neuropathy worse. But there's also 50% chance it'll make it better, okay? So I'm not trying to tell you what's good or bad. I'm just letting you know the data, the proof, the statistics. Distally, 0% chance of making your symptoms worse. Now, how do I know that? Okay, because when I first started my practice in 2007, I did it locally. I didn't create the QRA at that time. I did it locally. I utilized what I was taught in Chinese medical school, which everybody uses. Everybody was taught the same thing. So I did it locally, and I found out that I was making some patients' neuropathy worse. That's how I know. It's through experience. It's through treating tons of people. And also going back to, why you should listen to me and my team. We treat more people, more patients than most clinics. So we treat about 30 to 40 patients a day in our clinic. We have a big team. So we've treated thousands of patients. We have, when I say experience, I'm not talking about years of experience. Because think about it. What's more important to you? A doctor who has 20 years of experience, they've been practicing for 20 years, they've treated 1 million people. I'm just making these numbers up, right? Versus a doctor has only been in practice, only has 10 years of experience, right? But they've treated 10 million people. Which doctor would you want? What type of experience is more important to you, right? I think it's safe to assume that most people want the doctor who's treated more patients. That's our clinic, right? So our clinic treats 30 to 40 patients per day. Most acupuncture clinics treat 30 to 40 patients per week. So you can see the big difference, right? We have more patient experience, right? So just wanted to give you that insight, not to get off track. So that's how I know local treatments don't work for neuropathy, or they work with a 50% success rate, right? So distally is, in my opinion, the best way to go. So that's one thing that you can ask the acupuncturist who you're looking at to treat your neuropathy. Do they do local treatments or they do distal treatments?